Hey, what up, sluts? This is Taylor, and if you know anything about me and how I get involved with King of the Web, it's that I don't ever get involved with King of the Web because I am not ignorant enough to think that I would ever pose a shot at winning ever, because number one, if I did join, I would not be saying, I'm going to donate 100% of it to charity, so vote for me out of a sense of empathy and manipulate your emotions that way, and number two, I'm not female and attractive, and number three, you know, it's just a lot of pandering bullshit, and I'm really not that interested in that kind of stuff, and I really am anticipating that a lot of people are going to disagree with what I have to say in this video. God damn, that was a fast-spitting sentence. I have a future in life as like a rodeo auctioneer, but we'll save that for later. So, essentially, I first started following King of the Web, you know, just sparsely, like not looking at it very often, when Woody's Gamertag, a good buddy of mine, ran, and for his, a few people kind of threw it up in the air, like, yeah, I'm going to donate all this to charity if you vote for me, and at the time I was like, okay, you know, it's not so pervasive and ridiculous that people donating to charity are just completely sweeping the competition. Sorry about that, my phone. But it's just getting to the point now where as more and more people join these King of the Web competitions, it's no longer about content. It's no longer about trying to be the person who just like gets you to vote for them out of a sense of awe, like, wow, look at what that guy or that girl did on her channel. That is phenomenal. That is outrageous. This person needs to get their name out there. I'm going to go vote for them. It's changed from that to, I'm going to donate half of the money to charity, so I'm going to get a bunch of huge YouTubers to support me, and then out of a sense of almost guilting you, saying, hey, yeah, you could vote for that person who makes better content, but by doing that, you're essentially making the tacit admission that you care more about them winning the money than a charity. And it's really, really aggravating. It's stupid, and I think it's just a really underhanded, manipulative way to win, at least at this juncture in the King of the Web series, because I just checked back. Shoe Nice got disqualified. I haven't been voting, I'll be honest, for anyone this series, and I really don't know the details of it, but I do know that the apparent, you know, one-sided hate attack that people have been talking about, that doesn't seem too accurate, since if you go to Shoe Nice's videos right now, they're all spammed with, you faggot, you got kicked out, I'm glad you lost, you asshole, and stuff like that. So clearly, anyone who is naive enough to think that internet hate ever comes from one giant conglomerate of fans of one person into another giant conglomerate, and it's a one-way street, is friggin' retarded, and they don't know how the internet works, because that is never how it goes. Because even though you want to paint Shoe Nice's fans as a bunch of rabid, wildling bastards who are just foaming at the mouth to get at Courtney or Stephanie Pants or whatever her name is, that's not really the case. Only a small contingent of people actually take it seriously enough to go and hate, and so painting with such a broad brush is pretty ridiculous. Now, granted, I don't know all the details. This is just my perspective in this situation. And part of what I feel about it, about the whole charity thing, is that they either need to have it established beforehand that you cannot run on a platform saying that you're donating to charity, because it dilutes the entire content-based you know, driving force behind King of the Web. It's not king of the, you know, emotional manipulation through charity. It's King of the Web. It's supposed to be about creating good web content and being recognized for it. And if you think that the people who are donating to charity are doing it out of just a sense of benevolence, then you have a lot more faith in humankind than I do, because these people are getting thousands and thousands more subscribers and thousands more views just from being a part of the competition. I mean, it's not like they're doing it and saying, hell, I just want to do this just to be happy. No, they're doing it because they know that if they can paint themselves as a benevolent, you know, wonderful person who's going to give it all to charity, they're still going to come out on top, because it's not like they ever had to write a check for $7,500 and then give it away. And if they really cared that much about the charity and not so much about getting good attention from it, they wouldn't be running on a platform of it. They would do it on their own volition afterward. Afterward, when they won the $7,500, they would write a check and then give it away, and they'd be like, hey, look, I sent away the money that I won based on my content, not based on the fact that I manipulated you and emotionally kind of contorted your feelings and said, oh yeah, you should vote for me just because I'm going to give it to charity. Because we as people like to feel as though we're doing something effective even when we're not. That's the whole kind of, you know, voting and getting really into shit on Twitter and trending topics and stuff, because it's really easy to be, you know, a computer side, yah, Rish Boomba kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'm making a difference because I retweeted that Coney 2012 thing, you know? We want to help, but we don't want to put in the time, and this is just another way for people to manipulate voters into saying, yeah, I may as well vote for this person. Sure, their content is pretty subpar. Sure, their videos come out once a week and they're really lazily put together and not that great or funny or, you know, whatever niche niche they're trying to fill on the internet, but I should just do it anyway out of pity. And so essentially you're just rallying together a bunch of people who want to look like the, arbiters of morality on the internet, who all rally behind the same person for charity. And it's really aggravating. And don't think that I'm saying that I'm anti-charity in any way. I'm all in favor of someone running based on their content, and then when they get the check, they can say, hey, look at this check I got for $75 or $5,000 or $1,500. I'm sending it to charity, because that's fine. What I don't like is this ridiculous facade of morality and saying, oh, look how wonderful I am. Look at how much I'm going to earn this money by getting you guys and eliciting your sympathy, and then I'll send away this money, which in most of these situations, these aren't YouTubers who are struggling for cash. In most of the situations, they're simply not. In a lot of situations, they're people to whom $7,500 is really not that big a chunk of money. Now, I'm not speaking for anyone in the competition right now because I don't know, but there are some very, very huge YouTubers who have won in the past, granted based on content, and I'm completely fine with, Freddie W running every single time and winning every single time, because based on content, he blows almost everyone out of the water, and that's just an example of it. But really, bottom line, what pisses me off is this whole ridiculous illusion that we're all just donating to charity. So what they either need to do is have it established before the competition that every single person will have $7,500 donated in their name if they win to this predetermined charity. That way, people can't run on this bullshit propaganda of, oh, look at me, I'm so great and wonderful, and just giving like homeless people nickels on the street all the time, all day just for fun. That's just kind of ridiculous. Or they need to have it so that even if you plan on donating it to charity, you cannot run on that platform. You have to run based on the content, because it's king of the web content, not king of the properly eliciting sympathy from teenagers on the internet competition. That's not as catchy. It's not going to work. So maybe you guys really disagree with me. Maybe you think, hey, it doesn't affect you. You may as well just let them give it to charity. And you're like, yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't affect me, but at the same token, it doesn't affect you either. So maybe you should shut your mouth, and that's not getting us anywhere. So if you have a good, exchange of ideas to correct me, and I'm so just wrong, it's just making your face beat red right now, please leave a comment. I'm more than willing to talk about it. But that's how I feel about it. I'm all in favor of charity, but what I'm not in favor of is people pretending and manipulating people just based on the charity platform. So that's all I've got to say, and I love you.